Congress is now negotiating on monthly recurring stimulus payments, and this could mean stimulus relief checks every month for everybody that's eligible. That's the good news. So if you are on Social Security and SSI, you'll also want to be sure to watch this video. So in an effort to safeguard against any future recessions, senators and the White House are now considering setting up automatic relief payments for the next time the economy takes another significant dip. The Economic Security Project has already talked with 50 staff members from the Senate Finance Committee that's on automatic stabilizers. This would mean that the automatic stabilizers would be tied to the state of the economy. The organization also had conversations with Joe Biden's administration, and he's hopeful that the measure will be included in the final draft of the bill. Automatic stimulus checks would really be helpful to millions of Americans. The Economic Security Project has already talked with 50 staff members from the Senate Finance Committee on automatic stabilizers alone. This would mean that the automatic stabilizers are going to be tied back to the state of the economy with Joe Biden's administration, and he's hopeful that the measure will be included in the final draft of the bill. Automatic stimulus checks are definitely going to be helpful to many people. As the country fights poverty and unemployment rate rises, more payments will be sent out. Automatic stabilizers are often tied to unemployment rates, and many lawmakers are pushing for plans that would issue broad or targeted payments based on the state of unemployment. So when unemployment is high, as it was in March 2020, payments will be sent out to a broad group of people. As it drops, payments will become more concentrated on lower class and working class communities, who are adversely affected by the crisis. As relief measures go, stimulus checks and unemployment insurance are not cheap fixes that would help the economic problems plaguing America right now. Folks, in addition to that, the 3-round stimulus checks alone cost more than $580 billion. Of course, Republicans have voiced opposition to this. The White House has backed automatic stabilizers for unemployment insurance, and Kamala Harris supported recurring payments. A change.org petition that was started last year calls for $2,000 payments, and that has gathered more than 3 million signatures. And now lawmakers have proposed a number of other points that could be put in place for the new stimulus check, including a new minimum wage, renewing federal tax on employment, and making the child tax credit raise permanent. At least 21 Senate Democrats are on board with this, but as of right now, it is clear that when automatic stabilizers could become law, it would definitely help a lot. They're most likely a pathway to passage of more budget reconciliations. Without reconciliation, Democrats will need to support at least 10 Republicans, and it's unclear that they sign into the concept of automatic direct payments. Thank you again for your support, everybody. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best in answering them.
Apologize to everybody out there. Usually we do these things very, very smoothly. Tonight we did not. We got some technical issues. So I'm not going to give you the long speech. I want you to hear from the workers themselves. Bottom line is you have some very courageous people out there who are in Colorado who are standing up to a very powerful corporation, the Kroger supermarket, the largest supermarket chain in the country, owned by incredibly wealthy people. And these folks have gone out on a 10-day strike, and I want Kim Cordova to explain why they went out and what this strike is about. So Kim, say it again. A profitable corporation. How much does the CEO earn at this corporation? Do you remember?
It's millions of dollars. In fact, when they cut our hazard pay, he got a 21% or $21 million wage increase.
And within Kroger stores, they have pantries where employees are getting food contributed by other employees. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Place and actually work and actually make a difference and bring the company back to the table to listen to our concerns. It was just a wonderful experience. I hope that this, encourages more places to unionize when they see what the power of a union can do when you do stand together and fight for your rights. I think there's a tremendous resurgence of that in our country, and I think we need more of it.
We're going to hear from shortly. And here at the White House with Jennifer Granholm, our former governor and energy secretary, Gina McCarthy, a national climate advisor, and Kathleen Hicks, the deputy secretary of defense. And we're here to make an announcement that sounds a little complex on the surface, but really it's about something quite simple.
So Democratic lawmakers in the Senate, including Chuck Schumer, have finally come up with a new plan to gain support from Senate Democrat Manchin on President Biden's bills. And it has been confirmed that a payment of $1,800 will be sent out to people this year. And remember folks, the whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. I want every member of my community to receive the much needed stimulus check that everyone needs. So we all know that Congress must get President Biden's bill passed before the midterm elections, and Democratic lawmakers are starting to blame each other for the slow negotiations. There are several Democrats that are frustrated with Chuck Schumer, but Chuck Schumer is now talking with the chief of staff of the White House to finally get massive spending bills passed and the climate agenda approved as well. According to CNN, both people are working together to gain more support from all lawmakers in Congress, including progressives and moderate Democrats like Manchin. Chuck Schumer and Senator Ron Klain have doubled down on a new strategy, which is really great news. They have said that they're speaking to progressive lawmakers several times a day to lock in their support for Biden's agenda. But there have been big developments over the past few weeks. During a Zoom call with the 4 Democratic senators who've been main proponents of extending the child tax credit, the chief of staff insisted that the administration was still fighting for it to remain in a salvaged version of the spending bill. Biden said publicly at a press conference that extending the child tax credit is still his top priority. And the good news, everybody, is that there's still money left to be claimed for the expanded child tax credit. So the monthly expanded child tax credit payments were sent out in December. The 2022 tax season will deliver the rest of the child tax credit money to eligible people with their 2021 tax refunds. Families who are eligible for the child tax credit will receive at least half of their total money with this year's tax refund. This means people can receive $1,800 per child under 6 to, or even $1,000 per child under age 6 to 17. But a big thing to remember is that some will receive more than others. Taxpayers who opted out of the monthly payments or added a new dependent to the family or significantly changed their income last year could receive much more. They could receive up to $3,600 per eligible child. And I know, everybody, how important it is to make sure that you get the rest of your money. So please keep track of your letters from the IRS. It will tell you how much money you received in 2021 and the number of qualifying dependents used to calculate payments. Also, it's good to make sure that all the information on the letter is accurate before filing your taxes. The IRS sending out letter 6419 to families in late December. So if you haven't received it yet, just keep an eye on your mailbox because some people's letters are still in transit. If you don't receive the letter or lose it, don't panic. All of the important information that you need for your 2021 tax return can be found on the IRS website. And if you received more advanced child tax credit money in 2021 than you're eligible for, you might not necessarily have to pay it back. Depending on your income level, you may qualify for a repayment protection. And this repayment protection gradually phases out as income rises up to a maximum of $80,000 for single filers and $120,000 for those married filing jointly. So there are billions of dollars left over in stimulus relief money that the president can use in the American Rescue Plan. Many people and states are pushing for this unused stimulus money to be put towards a 4th round of checks for all people. And if you're experiencing financial difficulties right now, then there are still new relief programs which are available. Here's some really good news. Nearly 2 years and 6 relief bills into the crisis, the country has still billions of dollars left in